The Proud Rooster and the Gentle Dove.
On a bright, bustling farm lived a rooster named Rico. Every morning, he was the first to greet the day. Rico was a magnificent bird with glossy feathers and a grand crimson comb atop his head. He believed he was the most important creature on the entire farm. Each dawn, Rico would leap onto the tallest fence post, stretch his long neck, and let out the loudest cock, a doodle-doo, he could muster. Listen to that, he would crow, puffing out his chest. My voice wakes everyone up. The sun itself waits for my signal. The other farm animals, still drowsy, would stir at his call. The cows would low, the pigs would snort, and the chickens would begin their clucking. Not far away, usually perched on the barn roof, lived a gentle dove named Luma. She was small and quiet, with soft, pearly white feathers. Luma watched Rico's daily performance with calm, golden brown eyes. She never boasted, but found joy in her peaceful cooing. One particularly vibrant morning, Rico felt extra powerful. He crowed with such force. His sound echoed across the fields. There, did you hear that? He declared to a group of hens. That's the sound of the world starting. Without me, everything would sleep forever. Luma, who had been listening from her perch, decided to flutter down. She landed softly near Rico, her tiny feet barely making a sound. But Rico, Luma cooed, her voice a soft whisper. It is the sun that rises each day, bringing light and warmth to the farm. Your crowing is certainly cheerful, but it is not what makes the sun shine or the day begin. Rico threw back his head and laughed, a loud grating sound. He ruffled his magnificent tail feathers dismissively. Ha! What nonsense! Little dove. Without me, the sun wouldn't even know when to rise. I am the alarm clock of the universe. He then turned his back on Luma, strutting off to find more animals to impress with his self-proclaimed importance. That evening, Rico indulged in a large pile of delicious, plump corn. He ate and ate until his crop was full and heavy. Feeling incredibly sleepy and content, he found a particularly cozy sheltered spot in the coop, tucked himself in, and fell into a deep, deep slumber. The next morning, a strange quiet hung over the farm. There was no proud cock, a doodle-doo filling the air. Rico was still fast asleep. No crowing is heard. Slowly, a soft golden glow appeared on the distant horizon. The sky began to change from dark blue to gentle pink and orange. A magnificent fiery orb, the sun, began to peek over the rolling hills, painting the entire farm in warm, radiant light. Naturally, the cows started to low, stretching their necks. The pigs snorted as they rooted in the mud. The hens clucked and scratched for worms. The farm was waking up, just as it always did, following the rhythm of the rising sun, not the sound of a rooster's crow. Rico finally stirred, blinking his eyes open. He was startled by the bright light streaming into the coop. The sun was already high in the sky. He jumped up, realizing with a jolt that he had overslept completely. He hadn't crowed at all, yet the farm was wide awake and bustling. A wave of shame washed over Rico. His magnificent feathers drooped, and his once proud comb seemed to wilt a little. He lowered his head. Luma, who had been watching from her usual peaceful spot, gently fluttered down and landed softly beside the dejected rooster. She whispered kindly, her voice a soothing balm. It is not our pride that makes us truly important, Rico. but our obedience to God's loving purpose for us. Rico looked at Luma, then at the bright sun. He finally understood. From that day forward, he still crowed every morning. But he crowed not for attention or to boast, but to serve as God made him, with a humble heart, grateful for his true purpose.